The UK is not only famous for its historical castles, ancient ruins, and ghostly villages, but also for having some of the most haunted roads in the world. Across the country, eerie highways and dark country lanes are known for chilling tales and paranormal sightings. From phantom hitchhikers to ghostly carriages and unexplained accidents, these roads are steeped in mystery and fear. Drivers often report sudden cold spots, strange lights, and shadowy figures that vanish without a trace. The UK's haunted roads add another layer to its spooky reputation, making it a thrilling destination for ghost hunters and brave travelers alike. Now we will visit the most haunted roads in the UK. Number 1. Stocksbridge Bypass, South Yorkshire. Stocksbridge Bypass in South Yorkshire is often called the most haunted road in the UK, and for good reason. Built in the late 1980s, this road quickly became the center of terrifying paranormal stories even before it opened. Workers building the road first reported strange happenings. 2 security guards on night duty witnessed ghostly children playing in the unfinished area. They heard laughter and saw the children vanish into thin air. When they reported it, no children were found. The guards were so shaken, they refused to return. Soon after, a monk-like figure was seen standing silently on the hillside near the road. One of the guards saw the monk staring at him, then disappear without a trace. The figure matched the description of monks believed to have once lived nearby in an old priory. Local police were called in to investigate the strange sightings. A pair of officers visited the site and had their own terrifying experience. While parked on the road, their car began to shake violently. They heard tapping on the windows, even though no one was there. One officer claimed the monk appeared again, watching from a distance before fading away. Since then, countless drivers have reported chilling experiences. Many speak of shadowy figures walking along the road, only to vanish when headlights hit them. Some say they've seen ghostly children running into the road, causing them to brake suddenly. But when they check, the road is empty. Others report a sense of dread or a sudden coldness in the car as they pass through certain parts of the bypass. Unexplained car crashes and near misses are common, leading some to believe the spirits are warning people or playing tricks. Even experienced drivers say they feel confused or lose focus for no reason while on this road. Despite no solid proof, the stories continue. Locals avoid driving the bypass at night. Paranormal investigators have visited, but even they have left with more questions than answers. Stocksbridge Bypass remains one of the most feared roads in Britain. Whether it's ghostly monks, invisible children, or a deep feeling of unease, something strange haunts this road, and it's not going away anytime soon. If you ever find yourself near Stocksbridge, drive carefully, and never drive alone. Number 2. A21, South London to Hastings. The A21, stretching from South London to the historic town of Hastings, is known for more than just heavy traffic and scenic countryside. It carries a chilling reputation as one of the most haunted roads in the UK. Winding through ancient villages, dark forests, and historic battlefields, the A21 is filled with eerie stories, ghostly sightings, and unexplained occurrences that have left countless travelers shaken. One of the most terrifying tales comes from the stretch near Sevenoaks, where drivers have frequently reported a ghostly woman in white. She appears suddenly on the roadside, often in the middle of the night, waving for help. But when motorists pull over or look back, she vanishes into the darkness. Some believe she was a victim of a tragic road accident decades ago, and her spirit still seeks help from passing drivers. Those who see her often experience strange electrical problems with their cars or an overwhelming sense of sorrow. Further down the road, near Pembury, drivers have encountered the terrifying legend of a phantom hitchhiker. This male figure, dressed in outdated clothing, is sometimes seen standing silently by the roadside or walking along the carriageway. On occasion, drivers claim he suddenly appears inside their car, seated quietly in the back, only to disappear before the next bend. The experience leaves victims cold, shaken, and often unable to explain what just happened. There are also reports of phantom vehicles on the A21. Drivers have described seeing headlights speeding towards them, only for the vehicle to vanish at the last second. Others hear the roar of an engine with no car in sight. This has led many to believe that the road is cursed or haunted by the spirits of those who lost their lives in high-speed crashes along the route. Strange mists, sudden drops in temperature, and feelings of being watched are common, especially around Hurst Green and Robertsbridge, where the trees seem to close in and the silence becomes unnerving. Some even report seeing shadowy figures standing just beyond the tree line, disappearing when approached. The A21 may look like any ordinary road during the day, but at night, it becomes a highway of horrors. If you ever find yourself driving this route after dark, keep your eyes on the road and your mind open to what might be watching from the shadows. Number 3. 38 Somerset. The A38 in Somerset may be one of England's busiest roads, but it also holds the title of one of the most haunted. Stretching through the countryside and towns, this long and winding road has been the site of many terrifying paranormal encounters. Drivers, locals, and even police officers have reported ghostly figures, strange shadows, and spine-chilling experiences that cannot be explained. One of the most famous legends of the A38 is that of the phantom hitchhiker. Near Wellington, Somerset, drivers have picked up a man dressed in old-fashioned clothing who appears to need a lift. He climbs into the back seat, gives an address, or sometimes says nothing at all, and then vanishes without a sound. Many of these drivers are left shaken, confused, and terrified, swearing they saw him with their own eyes. Some say he was involved in a car crash decades ago and is still trying to get home. Another eerie story involves a ghostly woman in white, seen standing on the roadside late at night. Drivers often mistake her for a lost pedestrian, but when they slow down, she vanishes right in front of their eyes. Those who pass her describe a cold, sinking feeling and an overwhelming sense of sadness. Legends suggest she may have died in a tragic accident on the A38, and her spirit is still trying to find peace. There are also reports of cars driving themselves, or ghost cars appearing out of nowhere and disappearing just as fast. Drivers have swerved to avoid oncoming vehicles, only to find nothing there. Strange lights, sudden mists, and unexplained whispers are also common on certain stretches of the road, especially around dark bends and wooded areas. Even during the day, some travelers report a sense of unease while driving certain parts of the A38. At night, the road takes on a different character, quiet, unsettling, and full of energy that feels far from natural. Locals share tales passed down through generations, warning others not to drive alone or late at night. Whether it's ghostly hitchhikers, vanishing women, or unseen forces affecting cars, the A38 in Somerset is filled with chilling mysteries. If you're ever driving this road at night, keep your eyes on the road and don't stop for anyone who wasn't there a moment before. Number 4. A4136 Forest of Dean. Deep within the ancient and mysterious forest of Dean lies the A4136, a road shrouded in eerie silence and chilling legends. Winding through dense woods and shadowy hills, this stretch of road has long been feared for its unsettling atmosphere and terrifying paranormal tales. Locals and travelers alike believe the A4136 is haunted by restless spirits that roam the forest and emerge onto the road, especially after dark. One of the most terrifying stories comes from drivers who report seeing phantom monks walking silently through the trees and even across the road. These shadowy figures are said to be connected to long-lost monasteries that once stood deep within the forest. They glide rather than walk, dressed in robes, with hoods hiding their faces. Witnesses say their presence is always followed by an icy chill and the sudden failure of car electronics. The road is also known for ghostly apparitions that appear out of nowhere, pale figures standing in the middle of the road or staring from the roadside. Many drivers have slammed on their brakes, believing they've seen someone in danger, only for the figure to vanish instantly. Some claim the spirits try to lure drivers off the road and into the dark woods. Another spine-tingling tale involves a horse-drawn carriage that has been seen speeding across the road at night, drawn by black horses with glowing eyes. It makes no sound, yet its wheels can be clearly seen spinning. The carriage then disappears into the forest without a trace, leaving behind a strong smell of burning and cold air. There are also reports of disembodied whispers, laughter, and cries heard through open car windows, especially on foggy nights. Drivers describe an overwhelming feeling of being watched, followed, or even pursued by unseen forces. The forest itself seems alive, shifting, and moving at the edges of your vision. Locals warn travelers never to stop along the A4136 after dark, and to never enter the woods unless absolutely necessary. Some even believe time behaves strangely here, with people reporting missing time or confusion about how long they've been on the road. The A4136 is not just a scenic route through Gloucestershire. It's a road where the veil between the living and the dead feels dangerously thin. Drive it with caution, and never drive it alone. Number 5, A413, Buckinghamshire. The A413 in Buckinghamshire may appear like a normal stretch of countryside road, but it hides a dark and terrifying secret. For decades, this road has been the focus of ghost stories, paranormal encounters, and unexplained accidents. Winding through peaceful villages and quiet woods, the A413 has earned its reputation as one of the most haunted roads in the UK, especially the section between Wendover and Aylesbury. One of the most chilling legends involves the phantom Roman soldier who has been seen marching along the roadside at night. Witnesses describe a tall, shadowy figure dressed in ancient Roman armor, carrying a shield and sword, silently walking beside the road. Some drivers have even reported that he appears to walk straight through moving vehicles without leaving a trace. Many believe he is the ghost of a soldier from a Roman camp that once stood nearby. Another terrifying tale speaks of a ghostly child who suddenly appears in the middle of the road, causing drivers to brake sharply or swerve. The child often vanishes just as quickly, leaving drivers shaken and confused. Some say the child's spirit is connected to a tragic accident that occurred many years ago, and that he continues to replay his final moments. Several motorists have also reported seeing a mysterious black figure, tall, faceless, and cloaked, standing motionless on the verge of the road. This figure has been blamed for multiple near misses and even crashes, as drivers try to avoid hitting it only to find there's nothing there. Witnesses often feel an overwhelming sense of dread and cold when passing the area. Locals also speak of strange mists and time slips that occur on certain bends of the road. Some drivers report feeling lost, even though they know the route well, and others claim to have lost time, arriving much later than expected with no explanation. The A413 may look like a quiet country road by day, but after nightfall, it becomes something far more sinister. Strange figures, vanishing ghosts, and chilling sensations make this road a place where the past and present seem to collide. If you ever find yourself driving the A413 after dark, be alert, because you might not be alone on that road. Number 6, A39, Somerset Porlock Hill. The A39 near Porlock Hill in Somerset is one of the steepest and most dangerous roads in England, and also one of the most haunted. This narrow, winding stretch climbs sharply through Exmoor's rugged landscape, offering breathtaking views by day, but hiding dark and chilling secrets after sunset. With countless ghost sightings, mysterious accidents, and eerie experiences, Porlock Hill has gained a reputation as one of the most terrifying roads in the UK. One of the most famous stories linked to this road is the sighting of a phantom coach and horses. Locals and visitors have reported hearing the thundering sound of hooves and rattling wheels coming from behind, only to find nothing there. Some claim to have seen the ghostly outline of a black carriage racing up the hill, driven by a headless coachman. The sounds fade as quickly as they come, leaving behind a deep silence and a sense of unease. Many drivers report seeing a black spectral dog roaming the edge of the road. In folklore, a black dog is often a sign of death or misfortune. Those who've encountered it describe glowing red eyes and a shadowy body that vanishes if you try to approach it. Some even believe the dog tries to lead vehicles off the road, causing accidents on the dangerous curves of the hill. Another terrifying tale involves a ghostly woman dressed in Victorian clothing who appears at the side of the road or in the rearview mirror. She's said to have died in a carriage accident on Porlock Hill over a century ago. Drivers who stop to check on her report that she disappears without a trace, often followed by a sudden drop in temperature and electrical interference in the car. Unexplained fog banks, strange lights, and time slips have also been reported. Some travelers claim the journey takes longer than expected, or that they remember parts of the drive that seem completely unfamiliar. A few have even said they felt as though something was sitting in the back seat, silently watching. Porlock Hill on the A39 is more than just a challenge for drivers. It's a road where the past lingers and restless spirits walk. If you travel it at night, keep your eyes open and your mind calm. You never know what might appear out of the mist. Number 7B 3344, near Bovey Tracy, Devon. The B3344 near Bovey Tracy in Devon is not just a quiet rural road. It's a place steeped in mystery, fear, and ghostly tales that have haunted travelers for decades. Running close to the edge of Dartmoor, this stretch of road has earned a chilling reputation as one of the most haunted in the UK. With reports of ghostly hands, spectral figures, and unexplained accidents, the B3344 is not for the faint-hearted, especially after dark. The most terrifying and well-known legend of this road is that of the hairy hands of Dartmoor. Drivers, motorcyclists, and even cyclists have reported feeling invisible hands grab their steering wheels or handlebars, trying to force them off the road. These phantom hands strike without warning, usually on clear, dry nights, and have been blamed for numerous mysterious crashes along the B3344 and surrounding areas. Victims describe feeling their vehicle pulled sharply to one side, as if controlled by an unseen force, only to regain control just before disaster strikes. One of the earliest reports came from a motorist in the 1920s who survived a near-fatal crash and claimed he felt a pair of large, hairy hands grip the wheel and wrestle it from his control. Since then, similar reports have poured in, with witnesses often too shaken to explain what happened. Aside from the haunted hands, travelers have seen shadowy figures dart across the road, only to vanish before they reach the other side. Some believe these are spirits of those who died on Dartmoor or victims of ancient crimes lost in the moor's history. One chilling sighting involves a ghostly woman in grey who walks silently along the verge, disappearing into the hedgerows as vehicles approach. Many drivers report sudden mists, icy cold air, and a powerful sense of being watched, especially when traveling alone. Some have even claimed their engines failed without explanation, or radios filled with static as they pass through certain points on the road. Locals warn that the road holds dark energy, perhaps tied to Dartmoor's ancient legends and restless spirits. Whether it's the ghostly hands, mysterious figures, or the heavy presence felt on every turn, the B3344 remains one of the UK's most unsettling routes. If you dare to travel it, stay focused and never drive alone. Number 8. A35, Dorset. The A35 in Dorset is known not just for its beautiful countryside views, but for its terrifying and unexplainable hauntings. Stretching from Huntington to Southampton, the A35 passes through ancient woods, desolate stretches, and old villages that hold chilling secrets. Over the years, this road has earned a spine-tingling reputation as one of the most haunted roads in the UK, with countless reports of ghost sightings, unexplained accidents, and paranormal encounters. One of the most frightening legends tied to the A35 is the appearance of a ghostly hitchhiker. Seen around the Stocksbridge Bypass and Bridport area, this spirit is said to be a young woman wearing old-fashioned clothing, sometimes soaked from head to toe, as if she had been caught in a storm. Drivers who stop to help her are met with silence, and moments later, she vanishes from the passenger seat without a trace. Some believe she was killed in a hit and run decades ago and still wanders the road seeking justice. Another terrifying story involves a phantom lorry, a large, dark vehicle with blinding headlights that barrels toward drivers at full speed, only to disappear just before impact. Witnesses describe swerving violently to avoid it, only to find themselves alone on the road. This phantom truck has been linked to multiple near misses and unexplained crashes, especially on the winding sections between Dorchester and Bridport. Locals also tell tales of strange lights seen hovering over the road late at night. Some are said to float above the trees, while others dart across the road at impossible speeds. These lights have been associated with eerie mists and sudden electrical malfunctions in passing cars. Another common report is the feeling of being watched or followed by an unseen presence. Some drivers say they hear whispers or footsteps when they stop on Les Bis along the route, especially near ancient woodland areas like the ones around Askerswell and Upton. With its dark history, tragic accidents, and mysterious energies, the A35 is far more than a scenic road. It's a place where the veil between this world and the next feels thin, where restless spirits still walk beside the living. If you're ever on the A35 after midnight, drive carefully and don't look too long in your rearview mirror.